September 1, 2019. Grand Bahama Island. A Category 5 hurricane makes landfall, and then does something almost unheard of.
Cars and entire homes submerged.
Everyone please pray for us, please. Please, my baby's only 4 months old, please pray for us.
It stops moving entirely. For 41 hours, the most powerful storm ever to strike the Bahamas sits parked over a single island of 50,000 people.
I don't know how well you can see it, but I want you to listen to the wind and the howl of the wind as it goes by. We've seen large pieces of debris flying in the other direction. All right, and it looks like we've just lost power.
The Bahamas is an archipelago of 700-plus islands across 100,000 to 180,000 sq miles of the western Atlantic, just 50 miles from Florida. Home to 400,000 people, its economy depends almost entirely on tourism and fishing. The northernmost islands, Grand Bahama and Great Abaco, housed roughly 76,000 residents, including Haitian migrant communities in informal shanty towns who had lived there for generations. Dorian formed August 24, 2019, as a modest tropical wave off Africa. By August 28, it was only a Category 1 passing between Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Then everything changed.
A 5 hurricane churning for hours, just really sitting there, homes wiped away, no power tonight, devastation everywhere you look. ABC's mom.
On August 30th, Dorian entered a perfect storm environment, sea surface temperatures above 30 degrees Celsius, virtually zero wind shear, and deep warm water with no cooler layer beneath. In just 36 hours, it exploded from Category 2 to Category 5, with sustained winds of 185 miles per hour and a central pressure of 910 millibars, one of the most intense Atlantic hurricanes ever recorded. The Bahamian government issued mandatory evacuations. Prime Minister Hubert Minnis warned on national television. Those who refused to evacuate placed themselves in great danger.
Those who refuse to evacuate place themselves in great danger from this very, very powerful and life-threatening hurricane.
Tens of thousands left. But for many in low-lying areas, especially undocumented Haitian migrants with nowhere to go, leaving simply wasn't possible. At 12:40 p.m. on September 1st, Dorian's eye struck Elbow Key in the Abacos. Winds at 185 miles per hour.
You can see what it's doing here, and off in the distance, those waves crashing against the pier. Officials fear that this storm will leave catastrophic damage here in this part of the islands.
Gusts over 220. Storm surge of 23 feet. On Great Abaco, 90% of Marsh Harbor's infrastructure was damaged or destroyed. The Haitian shanty town known as the Mud wasn't damaged, it was erased. Then Dorian crossed to Grand Bahama. And stopped. The upper atmosphere steering currents had collapsed. A high-pressure system over Bermuda acted like a wall. With nothing to push it, the storm became stationary, officially classified by the National Hurricane Center at 0 miles per hour forward motion. For the next 41 hours, a Category 5 hurricane sat over the same island like a loaded weapon left pointed at one place for 2 days.
The damage, it was unbelievable. It literally looks like a war zone here.
Houses that survived Hour 1 were still being destroyed when Day 2 began. Storm surge flooded the island and never receded, held in place by the same winds that drove it ashore. NASA satellites estimated 35 inches of rain fell in 48 hours, 5 feet of water from one storm. Sustained Category 4 to 5 winds for nearly 2 full days stripped buildings layer by layer. Survivors described it simply, a hurricane that would not end. Benson Etienne, 15, sheltered with his family of 8. Their roof tore off. Walls gave way. They swam through sewage and fuel-contaminated floodwater. All 8 survived. Many neighbors did not. Winston Youth, 37, was thrown into the storm and clung to a tree for hours. He lost a finger, and didn't notice until later because his hand had gone numb from cold seawater. Of 6 people sheltering together that morning, only 2 survived. In the mud, People simply disappeared. Families searched. The government searched. International teams searched. Most were never found. The official death toll stands at 74. Everyone in the Bahamas knows it's wrong. The Bahamian Minister of Health warned the final toll would be staggering. Government records reference over 600 missing, bodies carried out to sea, never recovered. No graves. No closure. Just absence.
There was nothing left. It was gone. The house was gone.
Aftermath. 75% of all homes on Great Abaco damaged or destroyed. Power grid gone. Airport underwater. Grand Bahama's freshwater aquifer contaminated with saltwater, still being restored years later. The Haitian migrant community was effectively dissolved, the mud was never rebuilt. Total damage, $3.4 billion, 1/4 of the Bahamas' entire annual economy. The science behind the stall. Dorian wasn't unique by accident. Research shows Atlantic hurricane forward speeds have decreased by 17% between 1944 and 2017. Hurricane stalling is becoming more common. What was unprecedented in 2019 may not stay unprecedented. Dorian didn't destroy the Bahamas with wind alone. It destroyed it by refusing to leave. A hurricane doesn't need to be moving to erase a country. It just needs to be strong enough, and patient enough, to stay.